I abandoned my own children.
Your children? You have children? Here? In Harmony? Who are they?
I didn't mean for it to come out like
You
that.
said that you had hurt your children by leaving Harmony with Martin all those years ago.
I know what
now,
I said,
who are
but...
these children that you abandoned? Who's the father? Were you married before you left Harmony with Martin?
Pilar, please.
Did you abandon your husband the way that Martin abandoned me and my children? Tell me your husband's name. Who is it? Tell me his name.
Haven't you done enough to torture Sheridan already?
Oh, I haven't even begun to make my presence felt in your sister's life, Julian.
I will never, ever forgive myself for being involved in your ugly schemes to kill her and Louise.
Well, if you're looking for absolution, confess to Father Lonigan.
Why can't you just let her be happy with Louise?
There are so many reasons, Julian, and you've heard most of them. I guess the gist of the matter is, it's just not in my nature.
God, she's your daughter!
And you are my son, unfortunately. What of it? Louise and Sheridan will never find the sappy happiness they yearn for, much less get married. One word from me and my little gathering tonight, and their future together will be destroyed once and for all. One word.
You trust me, don't you?
Of course I do.
All right, then. Do not worry about your father, okay? Alistair is never gonna hurt us, not ever again.
Maybe Mrs. Wheeler is right.
Oh, please. Not her again, please.
I know, I'm sorry. I don't mean to keep bringing her up. It's just that maybe we should leave tonight. Go as far away as we possibly can. We'll stay in touch with Julian, and as soon as he gets clearance from the judge for us to get legally married, we can come back home, because by then it'll be too late. We'll be husband and wife. Please, Louise, say yes. Leave with me tonight.
How can you give her permission to go in there and be with the baby when I am her mother? I'm sorry, Gwen.
You know what? We are wasting time because my baby needs me.
No, Teresa, she needs me. I am her mother. You are not her mother. You were the surrogate, Teresa. You do not have a biological connection to that little girl.
No connection, Gwen. I just gave birth to her. Okay, I carried her in my stomach for months. I just went through labor.
Well, you know what? I am still her mother, and I am the one who should be in there with her right now.
Says who, Gwen? You know, there are things that you just don't
Teresa,
know.
enough. This is not doing anyone
What
any
were you
good.
gonna say, huh? What were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say that I was the one who had to make the terrible choice to choose to save one baby or to let them both die. That is why she's alive, Gwen.
You know what? Somebody needs to stop this nightmare, because I cannot even believe this is happening.
You say that you love that little girl?
Of course I love her, Teresa. She is my daughter.
But she was inside of me for months, Gwen. It's my voice that she knows. It is my smell.
You need to do something here.
I don't know what to do here. Okay?
Even you do something. Oh my God. You know how she got pregnant with this little girl. She was our surrogate, Eve. She kidnapped our real surrogate, okay? And then she just tricks the doctor into being implanted with our embryo. How in the world is it possible for her to have rights right now? I don't get this.
There's nothing I can do. Without a court order, my hands are tied.
Eve, she's my child. That little girl in there is my child. I need to be in there with her.
You heard her. All right, until you can prove otherwise, that little girl in there is mine, not yours.
There's no way you're going out! No way you're going out! When?
I would hold the hand of the one who could lead me places, and kiss the lips of the one who could sing so sweet. And I would fly on the wings of a bird I knew could take me highest. Breathe in, breathe out. You keep me alive. You are the fire burning inside of me. You are my passion for life.
You You are not going in there, Teresa.
Let her go. Let her go.
Oh, my baby clinging to life in there, Teresa. And I'm the one who shouldn't be in there with her.
Easy, Teresa. Don't even try to talk.
Listen to me, honey. You can't lose it like this.
Ethan, our little girl may be dying in there. I do not know why Teresa's trying to keep me from my baby.
Honey, look at me. I know it's difficult. You have to calm down, though. It's not helping anybody, least of all, our baby in there. Tomorrow, I will file the papers we need to get legal custody. Then, you can see her and spend as much time with her as you like, all right?
This is not fair. She needs me right now. I need to be in there with her right now. You know how hard it was for me that I could not carry her myself.
Of course, I know that.
And then how devastated I was when Teresa tricked the doctor and then became our surrogate.
I know.
And now she is compounding her criminal actions by trying to push me aside, and she's trying to pretend like she's the mother? I do not want Teresa in there with my baby girl, bonding with her, because you know what's going to happen? She's going to get closer to that baby girl, and she's never going to give up. She may even try to kidnap the baby to try to keep her from me.
No, it's
yes,
not.
Yes. When Teresa wants something, she's capable of anything. You
Honey,
know it.
that won't happen. The baby is safe in intensive care. Stop.
My mother was right. My mother knew she was planning something. Teresa wants to keep my baby from me. I was an idiot to trust her.
Listen, you're not an idiot. Stop. You're just get off that whole thing, okay? Teresa just wants to be with the baby tonight, okay? It's natural. She's carried it for a long time. Think of it as a goodbye before she gives the baby to us for good.
Ethan, this isn't fair. I've waited way too long to hold a baby in my arms, and I'm the one who should be in there with her.
Give me 10 milligrams of Valium. I want to give Mrs. Winthrop a mild sedative.
Eve, I don't want a sedative. I want my baby. Oh, better watch out, Teresa. You better watch out. Stop.
That's it. Let's leave Luis tonight. It's the only way that we can get away from all the problems that threaten to stop us from getting
Sharon,
married.
can you hold on a second? Look, I understand where you're coming from, okay? I don't think it's the answer. Come on, look, it's not gonna take that long for us to do it right. Julian's already working on expediting Antonio's death certificate, and once Judge Riley gets through all that red tape, we'll be able to get married. Or we'll be able to have the wedding that you have always dreamed of. Sharon, I don't think that we should run away. I don't think that we should start our lives by sneaking around and hiding from someone.
But my father...
Forget about your father, okay? Alistair is not gonna hurt us. He's not gonna hurt us ever again. Right?
Bastard. Wrong word, Julian. That would describe the son you had with Eve Russell.
What kind of a man tortures his own daughter and denies her any glimmer of hope with the man she loves?
Do you have an emery board around here? I'm overdue for a manicure.
Well, you're overdue for a heart.
Oh, stop whining, Julian. As you yourself noted, you've been my accomplice in the attempted murder of your sister more than once.
Until I came to my senses and realized the kind of man you'd helped me become. I'm so ashamed of the hateful, despicable... And I promised Mother to always look out for Shad.
Shut up, Julian.
Hit a nerve every time I mention Mother's name, don't I?
I said shut up. If you want to declare yourself a born-again human being, be my guest. But the fact of the matter is, you're even more pathetic now than you ever were. What a bleeding heart Nancy boy you've become. Damn it, be a man for once. Stand up for your family name.
You mark my words, Father. I will not let you hurt Luis and Sheridan again. I will do whatever I must to protect them.
How bloody noble of you. But you're too late. Your sister's hopes and dreams will be dashed for good tonight. Mark my words. Tina, I want the invitations for tonight's festivities hand-delivered. And don't accept any regrets. I want everyone here when all the secrets come out. Especially Mrs. Wheeler.
I'll get on it right away.
Good. Yes, I want my two-timing slut of a wife to be the guest of honor.
You tell me who he is. You tell me who your husband is. How can you do this? How can you run off from the man that you're married to and your children? It was a long time ago, Pilar. It doesn't matter now. It doesn't matter? No, you see, it does matter because it's my husband that you ran off with. If they're still here in harmony, your husband and your children, then I must know them. There's nothing to be gained by knowing, Pilar. Trust me. Trust you. No, that's the last thing that I would do is trust a woman like you. You stole my husband. You destroyed my family. No, Senora Wheeler. I don't trust you at all. Not only are you a woman who steals another woman's husband, but you abandon your own husband and your own children, too. Did you stay in touch with them all these years? No. Ha. You must have ice water running through your veins. What kind of a woman would voluntarily abandon her children? Do they know you're alive? Do they know that you're here in harmony? No, they don't. It would only make matters worse. I've ruined their lives enough as it is already. I always feel sorry for you.
Oh, there you are, Pilar. What's the latest on Teresa?
I haven't had time to check.
Oh. I guess not. You're too busy giving your ex's girlfriend the 3rd degree. My. And you call me a tramp? You know, it's one thing to steal another woman's husband, but to prance into the wife's town on his arm? Oh, lady, you do have some nerve.
Well, I have to say, Rebecca, we finally agree on something, although you're no better than she is.
Oh, please, Pilar, just get off your high horse. Or maybe I should side with Mrs. Wheeler. After all, sometimes a woman has a very good reason to steal another woman's man.
I didn't do that.
Hello, I am trying to defend you here. And why shouldn't I? I mean, we are obviously both cut from the same very expensive cloth. In my. You do come from money, don't you?
Why do you say that?
Oh, it's written all over your face. But don't you worry, we'll keep it as our little secret. Although you must tell me who the doctor is who did the work on your face, because it's very good if I do say so.
What work?
Oh. Well, Pilar, you may not know this, but I'm kind of an expert on little nips and tucks, and my, whoever did this work, I mean, it's not too dramatic, not harsh at all.
Oh, that's why I don't recognize you. You and Martin both had plastic surgery. I know what he was running from. What are you hiding?
Keep her away from me!
Gwen, stop it.
Give me that syringe, Gwen.
No!
Take it.
Give it to me. Ow!
It's okay. It's okay.
It's gonna be all right. She's not gonna be fully unconscious. She's just gonna be groggy.
Oh, God.
There's a room that's empty. You can take her there to rest.
This isn't over. Not by a long shot.
Thank you, Dr. Russell. I think Gwen was gonna kill me.
Don't exaggerate, Teresa. She was upset, and I don't blame her.
She doesn't deserve to have a little girl. I mean, you can see how unstable she is.
Well, I think that's a little unfair considering the circumstances, Teresa.
Can I go to her now?
No, well, just wait a minute. Surely you must realize what a big mistake you are making here. This can only end badly for all of you, including an innocent newborn baby.
But that's who I'm doing this for. My little girl, the baby that I made with Ethan.
Gwen doesn't even know that you slept with Ethan. It would just kill her to find that out.
You know what, Dr. Russell, please stop worrying about Gwen. It's my baby who's fighting for her life in there.
You don't know that.
Can I go to her now?
You know, Gwen is right. You go in there and you start bonding with that baby tonight. It's just going to make it that much harder when it's time to leave her.
Dr. Russell, now, my baby needs me.
You can put your hand in here to touch her. Just be very gentle.
It's gonna be okay, sweetheart. Mommy's here. I can't wait for you to be well enough to come home with me. So you can meet your big brother, little Ethan. He's gonna be really excited to meet you. We're gonna be a family, you know? You, me, your big brother, and your daddy. We're gonna live happily ever after. I promise.
Oh, Teresa. Ethan and Gwen aren't going to let you get away with this. You are in for the fight of your life.
I haven't heard anything, but something happened to Gwen.
There you go.
Gwen, what happened? What's going on here?
It's a long story. Come here. I'll tell you. Listen, Eve couldn't stop Teresa's labor. The baby was born prematurely. They're not sure they can save her.
But why is Gwen here knocked out?
Eve had to sedate her because she and Teresa got in a fight about who should be with the baby, because they're only allowing one person into intensive care.
And they gave Teresa permission? That's outrageous.
They couldn't keep her out.
But that doesn't make any sense. Gwen is the mother.
Rebecca, the baby was born so early, I didn't get a chance to file the appropriate papers giving me and Gwen custody. Eve had no choice but to allow Teresa in.
Oh, that little bitch! Oh, she has no right. De mi corazón. Don't you worry. It's gonna be you, me, your big brother, and your daddy, Ethan. It's gonna work out the way it's supposed to.
Look who's here.
Hey. It's my baby. It's my princess.
So, she and her big brother want to go outside for a walk.
Oh.
Yes, we were wondering if you could tear yourself away from your work for a little bit.
Yeah, I can do that, I think. For my beautiful wife and my beautiful kids, I can do anything. But, can you close your eyes for just a split second? Thanks a lot.
That's it. That's our future. And it's gonna happen sooner rather than later. I promise you.
You know something? You deserve the wedding of your dreams. Right here in Harmony, surrounded by the family that you love and your friends. Look, Sheridan, I'm just sick of running from Alistair, okay?
I don't want to run from him either. It's just that I want to be your wife so much. Till death do us part. Julian.
They're looking all over for you two.
Did you hear anything from Judge Riley?
Well, was he able to push Antonio's death certificate through so that we can be legally married?
He's working on it.
What did I tell you, Sheridan? You see that? We're gonna be married by the end of the year.
Now, it's really not quite that simple.
Why? What's wrong?
Our father found out what I was trying to do.
Oh, no. He's gonna put a stop to it, isn't he?
Not exactly. He didn't seem to care that Riley was clearing the way for you two to marry.
Well, that doesn't sound like Alistair.
Well, he claimed that it really didn't matter if Judge Riley had Antonio declared legally dead so you'd be free to marry. He claimed that he was going to be able to stop you no matter what. With one word, he was going to split the two of you up forever and destroy all of us in the process.
What fools my children are. They must take after Catherine's side of the family. As if anyone, Julian and Sheridan included, could get the best of me. When will they ever learn? Probably never. Eternal optimists, just like their mother. She thought she could get away with leaving me, as if that would protect her and the children. Grave miscalculation, Catherine. Very grave.
You know, I know that Teresa doesn't want me here at the hospital, but how can I leave until I know that she and the baby are out of trouble?
Martin, it's all right. I just want to be with you, whatever you want to do.
Catherine, what is this mark on your face?
No, nothing.
Oh, don't lie to me, Catherine. It looks like somebody slapped you. So help me God, if it was Alistair.
No, Martin, please don't be upset.
Was it? I mean, if that son of a... If he laid one finger on you, I swear to God...
No, it was not Alistair. It was Pilar. Oh, my baby.
Shh, hey, don't try to talk. Just try to rest, okay?
I knew it. You know, I tried to tell them, but they ignored me. I knew it.
So help me, Rebecca. Don't start. If you upset her anymore, I swear to God.
Your slut of a daughter did this to my Gwenny.
What are you talking about?
Oh, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You were probably in on it from the beginning. Look, I knew that Teresa was going to try to keep Gwen away from that baby, and that is exactly what she's doing. I mean, the nerve of her trying to take Gwen's place. No, I'm not going to allow it. Not as long as there's a breath in my body, I won't.
Please, take it outside. I'm not going to have you ranting and raving around your daughter right now. You hear me?
You know, even if you were really supportive of Gwen, you would be happy I was sticking up for her. Yeah, I'm not sure whose side you're on anymore.
All right. Pilar, maybe you should go check on Teresa. That might be a good idea.
Oh, yeah, and you tell that slut of a daughter of yours to keep the hell away from my grandchild, or else.
How bad is it, Eve?
Well, there hasn't been any change. But every minute that passes by where there's no change is good. So if the baby hangs on for 48 hours, I think we'd be past the crisis point.
You know, it's not right. Gwen should be in there with the baby.
I know. I tried to tell Teresa that. She wouldn't listen to me.
But you represent the hospital.
But until I have a legal document that gives custody of the baby to Ethan and Gwen, the hospital considers Teresa the mother. I couldn't keep her out.
You know, every moment that Teresa keeps spending with the baby, they're going to bond even more, and it'll be even harder for Teresa to give her the baby when it's time.
Well, I'm not not sure Teresa is thinking that way. Because I don't think Teresa plans to give the baby up.
My little girl. And no one's gonna take you away from me.
Pilar? Pilar slapped you? Oh, God. You know what? I'm gonna go speak to her right now.
Martin, please don't be upset with her.
Well, she has no business taking her anger out at me on you.
Who else is she gonna take it out on? Please, she has been through so much. Just the way she's found out about you.
Yeah, I mean, it must be killing her to think that I left her because of you.
I wish we could tell her what really happened. She'd probably still hate me, but at least she wouldn't think that you left her for another woman. You left to protect me and the children against Alistair. And we didn't fall in love until later.
Well, I'm not sure that Pilar would believe me or forgive me anyway.
Or me. I mean, in her eyes, I stole her husband from her and her children, and to make matters worse, Paloma sides with us against her. I mean, that's all the reason in the world to be hurt and frustrated.
But I just hate to see you suffer more than you already are. You know what? Oh, my God. What have I done to the two women that I love in my life? I mean, what have I done?
Maybe if I had been a better mother, she wouldn't feel so cheated and deprived in her life. She wouldn't live in this fantasy world of hers where everything has to have a happy ending.
Pilar, you can't blame yourself. You've been a wonderful mother.
Yeah, well, my youngest daughter would not agree with you.
You had to send Paloma away.
God, she'll never understand that, Eve. But Teresa, you know, I kept her with me and I tried to raise her with good, decent values. And what does she do? She tries to steal another woman's husband and child by having their embryo implanted in her own body. My God, you know, I am scared of what's going to happen when Gwen tries to take custody of that little baby.
You know what? So am I. I'm afraid it's just going to be a big blowout if we don't do something. And heaven help everyone if Gwen finds out that Teresa slept with Ethan. I'm going to try and talk to her again. Teresa, I need to talk to you.
Not now, Doctor. My baby needs me.
The baby needs the woman who is going to be her mother. And that would be Gwen. Honey, it will be easier to let go now instead of later.
You know, she looks better, doesn't she? My little girl's a survivor just like me. I can tell.
That little girl is Gwen's, Teresa.
Says who, Doctor? I know she's mine.
No, you couldn't possibly know. There's a 50% chance it could be yours or Gwen's.
No, I can tell. Just by being close to her. I know she's mine and Ethan's.
Please don't tell me that you were seriously considering taking this little girl away from Gwen. She already blames you for the loss of her first child.
That wasn't my fault, and neither is this. Ethan even admits that the only reason that he married Gwen was because she was pregnant. I know he still loves me. And I know our daughter's gonna help him realize it. My baby.
Shh. Try to get some rest, okay?
Look, Ethan, I hate to be, and I told you so.
No, you don't. You don't hate it at all. You relish every opportunity for your little nasty taunts, Rebecca.
You know, that is no way to talk to your mother-in-law.
Hey, the shoe fits, all right?
Look, all I am saying is that I was right all along, and by now it should be clear to everyone, including you, that Teresa is trying to renege on her promise to surrender the baby to you and Gwen.
Look, if you're right, it's not gonna happen anyway, because Gwen and I are gonna fight tooth and nail for that baby. You understand?
I can't believe how naive you are. Look, am I the only one around here who understands Teresa? She is a street fighter. She is like a wire-haired fox terrier with a chew toy. Now, you are gonna have to fight her to the death for that baby.
What does Father mean? one word could tear us apart.
I don't know Aston, but he wouldn't tell me. You know how pleased he is with himself when he's holding something over either of us.
God, he's so creepy. He's so smug about his power.
Oh, he doesn't scare me. I'll find out what he's up to and disarm him before he even knows what hit him.
Well, you may have your chance sooner than you think. He's going to explain everything at some soiree he's having at the mansion tonight.
Oh, what, he thinks we're going to his party? Gotta be smoking more than those Cuban cigars.
That was my first reaction, and I just wouldn't put in an appearance. But then I started to think about it, and I realized that wouldn't make a difference. It wouldn't stop Alistair, not for a minute. No, I think it's best if we all show up and we face him. Otherwise, he'll just keep going until he destroys us all.
Still here, sweetheart. Mommy's still here. I'm never, ever gonna leave you.
Teresa, I know that you don't see how this is all gonna play out, how much pain and sorrow that there's going to be. But you say that you love Ethan. Well, Ethan is married to Gwen, and this is going to break her heart.
Gwen never should have let Rebecca kidnap my son.
So what, is this just all about revenge?
No, it's more than that. It's about my little girl. I have as much right to her as I do little Ethan. And I'm not gonna sit back and watch anyone take another one of my children away from me.
Honey, can't you see? To Gwen, this is absolutely, positively her baby. She doesn't have any idea that there's a 50% chance that you could be the biological mother.
Well, then she's in for a big surprise, isn't she? Dr. Russell, I know what you're trying to do. It's not gonna work. This is my baby girl. And she is very sick. She needs her mother. So will you please leave us alone?
Oh, dear God. Please, do not let Teresa go through with this.
If you'll stop, Teresa, please.
Shh, we will. Everything's gonna work out, I promise.
Don't make promises you can't keep, Ethan.
I'm not.
Look, do you know something that I don't?
Meaning what, exactly?
I don't know. No, I would think you'd be more freaked out by this. You know, more surprised by what Teresa's doing, unless you were forewarned.
Of course not.
I mean, even I am surprised by Teresa's gall here. I mean, where does she get off trying to bond with a child that is absolutely not legally or biologically connected to her?
You want the truth, Ethan? Fine. Here it is. You're right. I did sleep with you that night. And you loved it.
Oh my God.
You loved every second of it. You couldn't get enough of me.
Well, do you?
Do I what? What?
Do you know where Teresa gets off acting like she has rights to this child?
Darling, you could have broken your hand.
Yeah, well, I deserve that and more for doing what I did to the people I love. I mean, if Pilar wants to hit anyone, she should hit me, not you. Well, maybe when Pilar gets the divorce, she'll be able to move on with her life.
And then we can go far away, leave here, and never come back.
Yeah.
Oh, no, my treacherous wife. You're not going anywhere once your deep, dark secret comes out at my surprise party tonight.
You know what? Fine, let's do it. In fact, there's nothing I'd like more than to tell Alistair Crane personally where he can stick it.
I don't want to go to any party that he's throwing, Luis. He scares me.
Well, don't let him. Sure, well, there's nothing he can do to hurt us, and besides that, we're gonna be legally married in a few days, huh?
Mr. Crane asked me to hand deliver these personally,
And how did you know where we were?
and he expects everyone to be on time. He doesn't want anyone to be late. He's not accepting any regrets. So he expects to see you.
Oh my God.
He didn't scare me.
And you, my friend, are the only one who doesn't.
What if the information in this file proves that Gwen is the baby's mother?
There's one word for whatever he has planned at this party tonight. It's bound to be horrific for everyone involved.
I know how to keep Luis and Sheridan apart. I'll kill Alistair.
NBC Thursday. It's down to the apprentice final four, and the storm is finally here. Who will fold in the most grueling interviews yet?
Do you know what you want to do?
And
send them in.
If you've missed any boardroom endings,
that's enough.
Now is the time to watch.
Be a man.
The final dogfight.
You don't even know what a lawyer does. Can I have an opinion?
And two will go home. The last episode before the live grand finale. The Apprentice, NBC Thursday.